The difference between you and the other men, like who are 45 with money, you're not looking to lead. You're looking to get along with. You're looking to cohabitate with. You're looking to survive with. The majority of men are in the women's position that like that women want. They are leaders. They are looking to provide. They are looking to coach. They are looking to actually impress themselves upon their women. And mind you, there is nothing wrong with that. But you, sir, are the minority. Sharon, I want to ask you a question. Just because I want to I want to test your logic for a second. Like, so do you feel that, you know what I'm saying, a guy should be 40 years old starting a rap career?
Starting.
Yeah, like they never talk about he at work, he working his 9 to 5, he driving his, he making his $100,000 a year driving for UPS, and he just, you know what, man, fuck this. I got bars. I want to go home and be a rapper. Do you think that's a prudent decision for him to make at 40 years old?
That's a complicated question for me. I believe if he turned it into a hobby and he is rapping about him being a UPS driver and he's trying to make a career off of that. What I'm saying is he's trying to make a rap career over his life of being UPS driver and all those intricate bars that he had for that, then I think that's okay. But if he actually trying to be a gangster rapper and have an image of what that's an issue.
Okay, so let me ask it a different way. Okay. Do you think the odds of him being successful as a rapper starting at 40 is higher than lower than him failing at being a rapper at 40?
Man. I don't know if I can answer that, to be honest.
No, just pick. Give me your opinion. Just if you can say yes, higher or lower. Like, do you see a lot of 40-year-old rappers right now that are successful, or people starting rappers that are 40 years old?
I believe if the person is true to themselves and they actually have the musical talent, they could be successful. Because we have Jelly Roll. He started getting popular as he turned 40. So
right, different thing, different genre. A 40-year-old can definitely start singing. No argument there. So, do you think that a 45-year-old man or a 39-year-old man should decide, you know what, I want to go back to college and play college football at 39 years old? Do you think that he has a chance of making it to the NFL at 39?
Man, that is crazy. You can play football if you go back to college at 39. No, because
cut it out.
Yeah, he's not. He's trying to support
that argument.
Man,
most women are not starting
no fucking way, boy.
I'll tell you like this. I know. See, like, so I know athletes, right? And I know a couple of athletes that made it to professional after the age of 39. They didn't become no superstar or anything like that, but they got $1 million checks. So it's if you actually put your body. So the problem that I have with it, right? If you are actually putting your mentality and your body through the progression of being successful at whatever that is, I believe that person can do it. So if you start at 40 years old and you have a mentality and you got a history behind it, you could turn into something successful, whatever it is that you're doing.
Not a problem.
I'm talking about the majority.
Wait.
Sharon
no,
does not. Sharon don't even know what type of box you're trying to put him in, but he's refusing to go into it.
It don't matter, bro. It's fine. So let me ask you this question then. Do you think that a man has a higher chance of going to NFL or being, or doing anything physical like that, NBA or whatever, when he's in his physical prime?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So you said that marriage-minded women go through their life and start trying to get married at 39. So that's how we know you don't believe that, because logically that doesn't make sense. A marriage-minded woman would not wait until she's used and washed up in the market in which that she is trying to now go have herself purchased to go actually and try to pursue that thing. A woman can't say that, well, I went and did my career first. Then, I had my whole phase during my marriage. And now that I've done through all that, I want to be a wife. But you just said the exact same, but you just told us that you don't believe that men will be successful doing something in their prime. Why would you prescribe that women go do the same thing? Wait until they're out of their prime.
You misrepresent what I'm saying.
I quoted exactly what you said, actually. Exactly what you said.
I'll clarify for you. So a 39-year-old woman that have a history of doing certain things, she is not just dating to be dating. She's dating with intention. She's having a career with intention. She's making money with intention. All those things shows that a woman is very focused. That is a woman that is possibly marriage-minded because she is very focused. So if she could focus on her career, she could focus on the way how she handled herself in the street, she could also focus on a relationship as well. I don't think that because she had some kind of, I guess, a whole phase, that now all of a sudden that she can have a new outlook in life, that means that she cannot be a wife all of a sudden. So if
no argument there,
and if that is the case, it got to be on both sides for that situation.
No argument there. But what I want you to understand that you're admitting is that, one, what you prioritize is what you're minded. That woman wasn't marriage minded until she wanted to be married, and now what she also thinks is that because she's done these other things, like we just explained to you, her career, all those things, she thinks those are what make her qualify for the men she wants. And now she's 45, still trying to find the dude. But that's cool, right?
So
let me ask you this.
Okay.
So let me ask you this part. So that woman who went and did all of those things, right? And I'm saying we take the whole phase out of it. A woman being a lot of times, a woman can be intentional about being married, but can you say that if a woman is not finding out what the man she's with requires from his wife and then trying to be those things, that she's intentional about being a wife?
Ask the question one more time.
Can you say that a woman who says she wants to be married is being intentional about getting married if she's not finding out what it takes to marry the man that she's with, what he values in a woman, what he wants his wife to be, what his expectations are?
If she's not focusing on the person that she's with, and yes, then I agree with you 100%. She gotta be able to be a wife to the man that she is with, for sure.
So do you see how now that your logic, and mind you, everything that you're saying, there's a age group for it. It's not the women on this panel. The stuff that you're talking about is for women in their prime. And it's not, again, it's not a dig at anybody, but it's a fact. What you're talking about right now is not for your peers. It's not for your contemporaries. It's for the people that come after you. So if you were having this conversation with a panel full of young women in their prime, it would land, and I don't think much pushback would be had. However, you're telling old women to date like young women, and that is their number one problem.
That is insane to me. So no, that's crazy. So we saying that older women that is career driven and they focus on non-relationship things.
Yes,
that those women when they hit 30. When they hit 36, market, right? They are not marriageable anymore.
No. Whoa. What I'm saying is not saying that they're not marriageable. They're not as marriageable as the women that these men want and that they're competing with. A 40-year-old woman who's been in her career for 20 years is not going to be as wifely, as marriage material to a man who values all the things that men value compared to that 25, 26, 27, 28-year-old woman who has less life experience, has been through less relationships and failed, has less trauma, less baggage, and then more importantly, is still open to being taught and coached. So that's who these 40-year-old women are competing with. For example, just say that I know that you're a millionaire, right? You're the guy that
the issue that I'm having is that the issue that I'm having with you saying, Will, is that you saying that those men that is at this upper echelon, they are too immature for their age.
No, it's not that they're immature.
They gotta date somebody with less experience and all these things that they gonna have to mold them into something where they could be with somebody that's at their level of thinking, at their level of career mentality, knows how to move in a room, know how to hold themselves down. They cannot deal with a mature woman that has boundaries. They want to deal with somebody that they're gonna have to build their boundaries, is what I'm hearing.
That's how you interpret it, because I'm saying what type of mind you have, and you are very feminine minded when it comes to this, and that's fine. But what we're telling you is that there's nothing immature about a man who wants a woman who has not been through shit. Because again, if that was the case, and just to prove it, these women on these panels that we're reviewing would all have husbands. If that was the case, the problem is not that men are immature; it's that women hate it when we use the car analogy, but it's the most appropriate one. We do not want a car looks a 2026 model because it's fine, she's thick, she's done these things. However, that 2026 has 50,000 miles on it already. And that's what it's like dating some of these attractive older women for these men. And then two, if I ask you this, then this is a logic question. You got to pick one and don't try to pontificate or do any of that, swaying, riding the fence shit. There's two women. They have the exact same credentials, professional, they're exact same. One is 40. I'm talking about same titty size, same ass size, same all of this. They both want kids. and they want all the same things, and they have all the same characteristics as that you look for in a wife. One is 40 and one is 30. Which one are you picking?
I'm 45, so I would choose the 40-year-old.
Why?
Because we have more relatable things in common.
We'll
be listening to the same music. We be into the same clothing. We be into the same ideology. We be into the same history. A lot of our things that is just natural to us when we just in the house and I'm listening to an old school song. Me and her gonna start dancing to that song. I ain't gonna be dancing to no goddamn Sexy Red with no damn 30-year-old in my house cleaning on Sunday. And it just ain't happening for me, bro.
Cool.
So me and that 40-year-old with the same exact attributes is for me mentally, I'd rather be with that woman.
Right.
You know,
so that's
I could communicate with her at a higher level.
I wholeheartedly expect you to pick the 40. I wholeheartedly expect you to pick the 40-year-old. But then let me ask you this: y'all want to have children? You want to actually go see the world? You want to actually have someone that that you can impress yourself upon? Correct? Why would you pick the 40-year-old woman when having a child at 40 is a geriatric pregnancy? It's dangerous, and then more importantly, you're 45. So what you want to consider the fact that the average life expectancy is 72. If you're having a child at 45, you probably want to have a younger woman there because then that child is more likely to have a parent while they're older, because you're likely to die when that baby is 22. And this is why I ask you this. As soon as I asked you the first question, we knew what you were about to say. The second time I asked you, I softened the stance on a little bit just to give you a little more leeway. And right now, this is the thing. The difference between you and the other men who are 45 with money, you're not looking to lead. You're looking to get along with. You're looking to cohabitate with. You're looking to survive with. The majority of men are in the women's position that women want. They are leaders. They are looking to provide. They are looking to coach. They are looking to actually impress themselves upon their women. And mind you, there is nothing wrong with that. But you, sir, are the minority in that upper echelon of men. And I'm giving you I'm assuming you make $250 a year, you're 6'6", all the things that women like. I'm giving you that. But in that group that you're in of desirable men, you are the oddity. The rest of us, we don't want these women with collected these kilometers of dick, been on 45 trips, been flown out by 30 different niggas. We do not want those women, because we want women that we can do those things with, that we can share those experiences with. And you are just looking to get along and having stuff in common, and that's where we differ.